Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm back with some Taylor Swift, Anti-Hero. What would be good examples of an anti-hero? Thomas Shelby, Peaky Blinders, Walter White, Breaking Bad. Is Captain Jack Sparrow an anti-hero, would you say? It seems that, I guess, most of the most interesting characters in TV and film and in stories, or my favourites anyway, are anti-heroes. I mean, what would be the example of just a hero? Is that like the 19 shining armour trope, do you reckon? But anyway, let's get in to this. Cinematic.
I have this thing where I get older, but just never wiser. Midnights become my afternoons.
Oh man, yeah, that drum sound is great, isn't it? What a great opening line as well. I've spoken about the importance before of opening lines.
I have this thing where I get older, but just never wiser.
I have this thing where I get older, just never wiser. It's a big fear, that, isn't it? You know, or it should be, because the man or the person who views the world, you know, the same at 50 as they do at 20 has wasted 30 years of life, right? And I guess it's a big step forward, I've noticed anyway, in like personal growth, is that my favourite answer these days is I don't know, you know. And even the things I do know, I'm aware that in the future new information may present itself and then I won't know.
Midnights become my afternoons. When my depression works the graveyard shift, all of the people I've ghosted stand there in the room. I should not be left to my own devices. They come with prices and vices. I end up in crisis.
Is that like a hint at like the devil makes work for idle hands? I should not be left to my own devices. Man, there's quite a lot to unpack lyrically in this.
My afternoons. When my depression works the graveyard shift, all of the people I've
When you suffer from depression or sadness or whatever, you know, those kind of things are, the night times are the worst times, aren't they?
stand there in the room.
So why is it like that, you know? Why is the night time the most difficult time for things like that? You know, when your brain just won't shut up. I suppose that's what I found anyway, is that some form of meditative practice is essential, because it allows you to practice quieting your brain, you know, and letting go of thoughts that continually arise. And I mean, it's not a miracle cure, is it? And it takes practice, but that's one thing I would recommend.
I should not be left to my own devices. They come
That's like Jurassic. That reminds me of Jurassic Park when they're hiding from the Velociraptor.
with prices and vices. I end up in crisis. All this time, I wake up screaming from dreaming. One day I'll watch as you're leaving, 'cause you got tired of my.
I wake up from dreaming. That's what was that line?
I wake up screaming from dreaming. One day I'll watch it.
It reminds me of a line in one of my favourite songs by the Jesus and Mary Chain. I awake from dreams to a scary world of screams, and heaven, I think, is too close to hell. Darklands. Check that out.
Is you leaving 'cause you got tired of my scheming for the last time. It's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me, at tea time.
Eventually, I think you got to get, you're going to get tired of your own bullshit, and realizing you are the problem. Well, I mean, terrible things can happen in life, can't they? Like tragedies, that are unavoidable, which are no fault of your own. So I suppose I found the best way to deal with life is to be stoic about it, and I think stoicism is, to me, as far as I understand stoicism anyway, stoicism is focusing on the things you can control, and trying your best not to worry about things outside of your control, because it's utterly pointless, isn't it? So just focus on what you can control, and you've got to identify the stupid juvenile behaviours that you're engaging in, and you've got to identify those things that are just holding you back, and they're holding you back, and you've got to be honest with yourself about that, and stop doing them, in order to move forward, and because it's the little things, isn't it? They compound. It's like compound interest.
Everybody agrees. I'll stare directly at the sun, but never in the mirror. It must be exhausting, always rooting for the anti-hero.
Everyone will betray you, and if you're not careful, you're going to betray yourself. Has anybody seen that meme of the about spiritual awakening? I think it's before spiritual awakening, and it's a kid, with someone's boot on his face, and he's screaming, and then the after spiritual awakening shot, he's just zoomed out, and he's got his hand in the boot, and it's true, man, it's true.
Sometimes I feel like everybody is a sexy baby, and I'm a monster on the hill. Too big to hang out, slowly lurching toward your favorite city, pierced through the heart but never killed.
That's a good line, isn't it? Pierced through the heart but never killed. There's a line I've got in a song of my own called Talk that reminds me of. Let's see if I can remember it. It's been a while since I played that one. But your kisses, they cut me up, filled with poison, but tasting like love.
Did you hear my covert narcissism, like disguise as altruism, like some kind of congressman?
Oh yeah, that's good as well, isn't it? Yeah, I'm enjoying some of Taylor's lyrics, man. This is good stuff.
Pierced through the heart but never killed. Did you hear my covert narcissism, like disguise as altruism?
That's a great line, isn't it? It's often the people that are being most preachy, most virtue signally, I suppose, that, well, there's often some nonsense going on behind the scenes, isn't there? Watch out for those people.
Like some kind of congressman. All this time, I wake up screaming from dreaming. One day I'll watch as you're leaving, and life will lose all its meaning. For the last time, it's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. At tea time, everybody agrees. I'll stare directly at the sun, but never in the mirror.
I enjoy these kind of concepts that she's using. The duality, of the human experience, because it takes on many different forms, doesn't it? And This is a good example. Some good examples she's using visually to go with the song. And I guess the one person could be seen as exciting and outgoing and all that sort of stuff, and the other as maybe a bit sad, or what would the word be? Not cool, perhaps, you know. But the older I get, the more I realise, you know, all that cool stuff, right? It puts you on a path to hell, man, you know. And I'm not a religious person, although I'm interested in those really old stories. Because the really old stories, you know, what are they doing, like hanging around for so long, you know? There's got to be some value in them. And maybe there are exceptions of people that can do that, you know, and thrive for the majority of their life. I guess somebody like Keith Richards might be a good example. But I'm sure he looks after himself and maybe, you know, plays up to the legend a lot more. And now he's like nearly 80 or something. Anyway, let's check out a bit more of this.
It must be exhausting, always rooting for the anti-hero. I have this dream, my daughter-in-law kills me for the money. She thinks I left them in the will. The family gathers around.
Well, this is like definitely catastrophizing in a mind here, isn't it? What a funny image. That's cool.
And reads it, and then someone screams out, "She's
laughing up at us from hell." What does it say? It's the worst.
But who got the beach house?
She's having it turned into a f***ing cat sanctuary.
What? Cats don't even like the beach.
What about the rest of the assets? I flew all the way here from Ibiza!
To my children, I leave 13 cents.
No!
Our best. So this is in storytelling wise, potential children. Well, Taylor, you know how to avoid that. Yeah, is raise them right, I suppose. But how do you? I was going to say, is it more challenging to raise kids well in like a very privileged environment? But it's just difficult in general to raise kids well, right? And I guess the only way you've got a chance for doing that is working on yourself. But I have no kids as of yet, so I'm only theorising, I suppose.
Wait, you guys. There's probably a secret encoded message that means something else!
Yeah, that's what Mom would always do. P.S. There's no secret encoded message that means something else. Love, Taylor.
Okay. Great. Well, good job, Chad. You finally pushed it too far.
What are you implying by that?
I think she's implying that you haven't hesitated to trade on Mom's name.
Excuse me?
And do you not remember your book, Growing Up Swift?
And your stupid podcast, Life Comes at You Swiftly, which I'm pretty sure you're recording for on your phone right now. Chad, come on!
Okay, well, why don't you go cry about it at the country club that you name-dropped Mom to get into, Preston? And Kimber, you're literally wearing her clothes right now.
No, I'm not.
That's from the Fearless Tour 2009.
Okay, well, you know what? We were...
So is this on the actual record version? Is this bit in there as well, or is this just for the video?
very, very close. I miss her.
They were so close.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I think she killed her.
You've gone too far!
Okay, Kimber was the last one with her! She didn't fall off that balcony! She was pushed!
It's me. I am the problem. It's me. It's me. I am the problem. It's me.
I like that. The bass is synth. It's kind of buried deep, and then the voice is the vocal track is very piercing.
It's me. agrees, everybody agrees. It's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me, I'm the problem, it's he, times, everybody agrees, I'll stare directly at the sun, but never in the mirror. It must be exhausting, always rooting for the anti-hero.
So what does that line mean? It must be exhausting, always rooting for the anti-hero. It's an interesting concept, but I'm not sure. Is she speaking to herself? Is the more calm and collected one of her rooting for the more destructive side of her? Is that what's exhausting? And I guess sharing a drink there at the end, that's kind of suggesting some kind of union or reconciliation or integration. What's that word? Why can't I say that word? Of the shadow, you know, of your darker sides, which I suppose is ultimately is what you've got to do, isn't it? You can't live on one side of the yin-yang sign, you know, in the order or the chaos. You've got to integrate them. What's that? I'm not sure who said it, but the line about the idea that a good person is you know, a not weak person, but a good person is, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, but substitute the word weak for something else. But what I'm trying to say is, it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war, I suppose. You know, it's better to be a monster and learn how to control it than not be capable of being. Because you need that side, don't you? You know, you need the energy and the drivenness, which I think tends to manifest itself more in those difficult behaviours, perhaps those self-destructive behaviours. You know, you've got to learn, I suppose, to channel that. It's just about integration, isn't it? But what's this giant tailor doing at the end as well? You know. What's that symbolising? Is that now she has integrated those two sides of her personality? That she's bigger, stronger? Is it symbolising the higher self? What's that all about, guys? Anyway, thanks very much for joining me. And I'm going to check out some more Taylor Swift soon. Take care of yourself. Have a great week. I'll see you soon.